Unchained Key, or Union Cross, is the origin of the Kingdom Hearts series chronologically. This origin story is first introduced to us in Kingdom Hearts by Kairi's grandma through a story that is later made audible in Birth by Sleep. Long ago, people lived in peace. They bathed in the warmth of light. And everyone loved the light, but people began to fight over it. They wanted to keep it for themselves, and darkness was born in their hearts. The darkness spread, swallowing the light in many people's hearts. It covered everything and the world disappeared. But small fragments of light survived in the hearts of children. With these fragments of light, children rebuild the lost world. But the true light sleeps deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered, divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will open, and the true light will return. And we get to live through these events in Unchained Key. And if these are the events that we get to live through in Unchained Key, then all we know is at the end, our world is supposed to be engulfed by darkness. But there's a little more to it than that. What was the light that people fought over? And who exactly are these children that saved the world? We can answer those questions and a few others if we go all the way back to the very beginning. In Birth by Sleep, Master Xehanort also speaks of the time that Kairi's grandmother recalls. He claims that darkness did cover the world once, and that light the people fought over in the story is the light of Kingdom Hearts, which is basically the essence of everything that exists. The door to Kingdom Hearts, however, was protected by the entity known as the X-Blade, X in this case meaning Kai, or key. This is where the word Keyblade comes from. So people from this world forged their own faulty versions of the Keyblade and fought for the light within Kingdom Hearts. From there, the Keyblade was shattered into 20 pieces, 7 of light and 13 of darkness. We know that the world ends by being engulfed by darkness, but light survives in the hearts of children. Those children later then create the world, Radiant Garden. Enter your character in Unchained Key. Unchained Key talks about a book of prophecy, which tells the events of the future. In the world and time Kairi's grandmother speaks of, there are 5 unions: Unicornus, Vulpes, Leopardus, Ursus, and Anguis. There's also a leader for each union and a master of masters that oversees them all. The master tells the leaders that there is a traitor among the 5, and that the traitor will bring about the destruction of the world. In a panic to find the traitor and prevent the inevitable prophecy, the master disappears, and the leaders of each union sever bonds with each other and task members of their union to collect a Lux. Whichever union collects the most Lux, they will obtain access to Kingdom Hearts. So if the events our character lives through in Unchained Key are indeed the story we hear about, then the reason the world ends is because of the leader's attempt to obtain Kingdom Hearts and make the unions fight with each other. This is known as the Keyblade War. From there, the events Xehanort speaks of transpire. The children that help the light survive are actually a group called the Dandelions that Master Ava, leader of Vulpes, creates. Turns out, the Master of Masters asked Ava with ensuring that the light survives and to create her own group separate from the unions before he disappeared. This is the group that survives and creates Radiant Garden. From there, Radiant Garden is at some point taken over by Maleficent and renamed Hollow Bastion. After Kingdom Hearts 2, Hollow Bastion is taken back by its original owners, and the name becomes Radiant Garden once again. So in short, the Keyblade War is what causes the Keyblade to shatter. The fight is over Kingdom Hearts, and the children that survive and rebuild are because of Ava. That's all we know so far. We don't know what happens to our character, but we can safely presume that they fall in the Keyblade War.